Well, here I am. Here I am at Columbia Universitas. Columbia Universitas at 116th Street where the green lights are. The green lights. Look at how broad this is. The Broadway. This is the Broadway. The Broadway. This is the Broadway. It's alright, they'll stop. They won't hit me. No, it's okay. Well, it's alright. I'll just step over here. I'm okay. Because I'm here. Between the line and the things. I'm alright. Yeah, I don't crawl up there. Well, this is wider than 4 tracks. This is wider. This is wider than 4 tracks. This is wider than 4 railroad tracks. You can put, well, look how many tracks you can put across here. You can put 4 tracks on 1/2 of Broadway. You can have 8 tracks under here. 4 tracks up and 4 tracks back. 4 tracks up and 4 tracks back. Yeah, on the Broadway. Here it is. Yes. Cafe Rabanne. Yes, of course. This is the IRT line. IRT, the first line made with reclamation of the land and digging a big trench that was done by slave labor. It had to be, and they were just left behind to die because they've never accounted for their names or ever given credit to the people who gave their life for the digging of these trenches. They had to dig these out. They had to dig this out and plane the land to make it like this. This is not naturally occurring. No. This is why the Pow, the Lenape, and the Powhatans, the Powhatans, the Powhatans, the Powhatans are so upset. Not the Lenape, Powhatans. There's no such thing as the Lenape. That's a lie. They're called Powhatans. Powhatans. Yes. They all spoke a common language called Algonquin. The Algonquin language was common to the eastern woodland Indians called the Powhatans. And the Cherokee were the medicine people that made medicines of healing in the South. Life is old there, older than the hill. Life is old there. Oh, life is old there, older than the hills. Blue Ridge Mountains, Shenandoah River, the Delaware Water Gap. They blasted out the mountain there to put in I-80. Right through the mountain and blasted it out. Yes. That's why the Delaware River, it's called the Delaware Water Gap. Mind the gap. That's not naturally occurring. No, it's another heinous thing they did for the interstate highway system. The Eisenhower, Dwight D. Eisenhower, 5-star general, 5-star general, Dwight D. Eisenhower, Supreme Allied Commander. The interstate highway system is named after him. The Eisenhower, 5 stars. Yes. Dwight D. Eisenhower. Dwight D. Eisenhower. Well, this is why I'm here. For one reason only, to do this. Yeah, just to do this. To stand right here where I'm going to show you. Because this is 120th and Broadway. So this is really super reserved. Super reserved. Yeah. I think 116 should be called Ayatollah. Ayatollah Station. Ayatollah Station in honor of all of anybody who calls it Ayatollah. Just Ayatollah Station. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. And here we are. 120 and Broadway. Yeah. And there you go. There you go. 1x magnification. There it is. See that little blue light? That's the tower. And this is the quad. And that's a tower there. And that's the new tower. That tall one. That ground wasn't broken on that yet. They needed $100 million campaign financing situation to build that. That's it, $100 million. $100 million. And right inside here, from here to there, is Burke Library, which is the Columbia Universitas. And over here, right over here, because you couldn't see this during the day, I left the house at 2 p.m. So here's the three towers. Three towers. Three towers. Tower 1, Tower 2, Tower 3. This is the bell tower of Riverside Church. And there's a tunnel from McGiffert Hall under Claremont Street that connects to this building, and that's where MLK walked to get into Riverside Church to deliver the Vietnam speech on Riverside Drive. So here's three towers. Tower 1, and Riverside Church was paid for and financed by John D. Rockefeller. John D. Rockefeller. So that means he owned land. And this international house over here is Dodge. The Dodge, Ford, Rockefeller. And we like yeah, Chrysler, Mr. Chrysler Building, John D. Rockefeller. The oil from West Virginia. Where he first found oil is in West Virginia. It's in West Virginia where he found oil and coal. Yeah, so these are the three towers that marks this is the Columbia Universitas School of Religion. Three towers. Yes. They have professors that used to be in there. Now they all live in here. All kinds of people live in here. Yeah. And this is John D. Rockefeller's place. It's the bell tower. You enter from Riverside Drive into here, and then you look north. And when you look north, then that's where the nave is. The nave points north of a cathedral place. A church has a nave pointing. That John D. Rockefeller, and straight across from the back side of that is a park, and then it's the International House where I lived. And that's really confusing. It's very anonymous. Of course it is, because I was getting a Master's of Divinity. Yes, here. Yes, of course. So that's why I'm coming here, just to do this. So I'm going to go clockwise around the building, because this is very important. It's of importance. It's of importance. And this here is Bernard, not Barnard, Bernard School of Columbia, the Bernard School of Columbia, the Theological School of Columbia, the Bernard School of Columbia, and this is the red light there. That red light is 121st Street. It just turned green. And the next place is 122nd. The 120th parallel and the 122nd parallel. Now, this is teachers. This building is teachers school. I left my house at 2 o'clock and I'm getting here just now because I've been busy riding the trains back and forth and getting a bit lost, and lots of people got safe passage because I was on the train to go through across the Queensboro Bridge and stuff. And, it's quite the little trip today. Because I'm going to post this up. Yes, this is the important walk here. This block. This block, which goes from Broadway to Claremont at the yellow light. And see that white light up there? See this white light? It's in the center. That white light right there, that is Jewish theological. So this is where Jewish and Islam, where Jewish and Islam and Christian, Islam and Jewish will have schools of religion, or religiosity. And the Christian place has all these nice dormitories. Those are all dormitories. And there's a gymnasium. And they even have a gymnasium here too. This building on the corner, on the Christian corner, is where the Christian gymnasium is. YM or YW. Yeah, Young Christian Association Gymnasium, which is European, which is Deutsch. Yeah, so it's all set up. It's ready to go. It's already gone. So this tower here, well, this was Presbyterian, but it ceased. So there's a tower for Islam, a tower for Christianity, and a tower for Jewish right here. And they all connect together underground and have this nice railroad. Yeah, and this is the newest one. This is the newest. This is the oldest tower. Oh, the Christian one is, well, this tower is the oldest one. The oldest one. And there's another one. And then this is the next oldest. And this is the newest. And the Jewish one is new too. But it's set off to the, from the corner of 122nd and Broadway. It's in the east-north corner. Yeah, that's where that is. And it is. That's where that is. Yeah, it is. And then this is a block that has Knox Hall in it, which is named after General Knox or Fort Knox. Yeah. And these are all dormitories. This is all dormitories and a gymnasium. And there's a tower there, a bell tower, and it exits onto Riverside Drive. Yeah. And see, I told you the truth. There it is. It says Bernard. 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 Like banal. It's banal. Not banal. Banal. Bernard. Not Barnard. Not Barnard. I can't even talk anymore. And this here is, well, this has a name. This building here has a name. This is an office building. This building right here. This is an office building built upon land that was bought out by John D. Rockefeller. It's called, what do they call it? The box? Church box? Church box? The box? Yeah, right here. It's an office building. So this is for everybody. A nice office building. Very secure. Yeah. Yeah, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. It's 20 stories tall. 20 stories tall, and it's a box. It's a box. It's as much of a box as you can have a box. Yeah, it is. So here you go. This little hall right there, you can't see it, but this building, that's called McGiffert. McGiffert. And Columbia already arranged for that McGiffert Hall when this tower here was finished, where the blue light is up there, that when that tower got done, then this McGiffert would go back to Riverside Church. And here's the entrance. You can't see it. Right there. That's the entrance into Riverside Church that goes in to the bell tower. Yeah, and they got a lot of dormitories in there. There's lots of dormitory and office space in there too. Yeah, isn't that nice? Isn't that lovely? And a tower here too. Yeah, so 3 towers and an extra tower. It's magnificent views from the top of this tower, clear across the Hudson River. Yeah, and there it is. Well, that's pretty nondescript, and it can be reclad in any kind of way you want. Decorated the whole outside of it in any way you want, and parapets or turrets, or you can sort of do what you want here in any style. Oh, this is a solid building. I took classes in here. And this little entrance over here, this is something about box, church in a box. Well, in 1994, I came down here to New York from the Royal Colony of Connecticut and brought several busloads of LGBTQ people. LGBTQ, because that's all it was then, was LGBTQ. LGBTQ. Yeah. Well, see this right here? This is the official entrance for the Columbia School of Religion. Right there. That's it. That's the separate entrance for the Columbia School of Religion. So let me ask you something. Why would Martin Luther King come here where this tower is? Why would he come here where this tower is and have to get inside there by somehow going through a tunnel between this little tower, James, it's James Chapel, James the First, yeah, and go through a little narrow tunnel and then wind his way through to go preach? Why would that be? Yeah, it's fucked up, ain't it? So that's enough. You've got the rest. I think, let's get the entrance that they did. Because they took out part of the commissary. And I haven't looked at this entrance. The entrance. Entrance. The portal entrance. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. I've just transitioned to a whole different way of speaking and intonation. So here we are. This is it. This is all she wrote. It's all she wrote right there. That's it. The official entrance to the Columbia Universitas Department of Religion. It's not a school, it's a department. Just a department, not a school. Yeah, that's their official entrance. Yeah, that is. Well, that's where you can enter, right there. And there's another entrance on Broadway. There is. And then there's this entrance. That's it. Just that one and that one. One on Broadway and one there. Oh, this is really big inside here. It's huge. This is a Gothic chapel. It's Gothic sort of style. There's a fancy organ in there and all kinds of stuff. It's wonderful space, dance space, studio space. And see this little tiny thing? This little tiny tower here? That's called James Tower. James Tower? That's James Tower. Yeah, and it has a separate entrance too that's never open. Well, why wouldn't Martin Luther King? And here's the entrance to the gymnasium right here. This is 81 Claremont. That's the gymnasium entrance. That's the entrance to the gymnasium. Ring the bell. To the gymnasium, 81 Claremont. And this is 100 Claremont. This address is 100 Claremont for this tower they built. It has the address of 100 Claremont. It does have the address. Yeah. Weekday school. Right here. This is where you go in to take kids to school. This. And this is where you smoke cigarettes out here. For smoking cigarettes. Yeah, outside the entrance to school. Weekday school. Yeah. Here it is, right here. Yeah, that's the chapel. Chapel. Windows. And then they are closed off, but there's a way that goes into there. And so it's a building. This is one building. This is this bell tower, and the chapel is one building. And then the other tower up there is a separate building. And then there's the Burke Library building, and then there's an entrance, and then there's a building that they refurbished on the inside. It's all dormitory sleeping space. And then this is Knox Hall at the end. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 buildings. 4 buildings. And a chapel. And this is the commissary. This building here is a separate building. A separate building right here called a commissary. And a commissar. And here's a building here, 91. My McGifford. And here's another one. Well, that's the commissary. You would, there's tables in there to eat and a whole kitchen. Yeah, there is. A separate building where you eat. A separate eating building. Yeah, and then here is where the tower is. That's all built on the inside of the westerly north corner of the quadrangle. That's in 2 parts. And so, well, then this is new. Right here, 100 Claremont is where you go in. This wasn't here before. This entrance wasn't here. Well, it was, but they've redid it, and it's got a metal roof on it. And that goes in there. And they built this new to here because there's a gap. Because there was a gap, or they tore down what was there and made a gap. Right here where the gate's open, but I ain't going in there. Nope. So here's the gap. Right there. There's that gap. So this is all new construction. New construction except for the commissary. And this is new. That's new. And then that whole tower up there is new. Places for faculty. Sleeping and meeting rooms and high-tech shit. And this is Knox Hall. That's Knox Hall. It is Knox Hall. And this over here is a conservatory of music. A music conservatory. It's called the Manhattan School of Music. It's a music conservatory. A music conservatory with studio space for musicians. It's amazing. And this is a little hill right here where you go down there when I had to move all my stuff from where I lived up here somewhere, along here somewhere, and go inside here, and this is where they stored my stuff from March 8th, 2020 until from March 8th, 2020 till September 1st, 2021 was stored inside this building in a room all labeled with my name, and I still have all the boxes and everything and all the things that I bought to bring here to go to school, to move in over there in student housing, which wasn't temporary. No, it was housed. I was housed. Yeah, and that building's so tall there. And it's got flashing lights on the top of it because of LaGuardia Airport. And this is all closed off. Yeah, so they've already abandoned everything. They have. And there's the Jewish Tower. This is the Jewish Tower. That's the Jewish school. That's the Jewish school that the Jewish people built with their tower. It's lit up on top and that little lighthouse thing. And it's catty-cornered. Isn't that nice how they got this all ready for us? To become an exclave of Berlin. The whole island of Manhattan. Because they chopped through to make the Harlem River. They chopped through that too to make it an island. It was a peninsula. So they changed it to an island. That sounds good to me. They've already done all the work. It's amazing. And there's all those big buildings up there. Well, you know, this is all McGifford Hall. I ate meals in here and stayed with people and lived in here. And I had parties and drank drinks on the sky up here, on the top of this building with my classmates. I did. And this is a whole conservatory of music and this is Knox Hall right here. See, it goes down below. That goes down below grade. Down below. This is Knox. From General Knox, Fort Knox. This is Knox Hall. I don't know what's in there. Sleeping rooms. Just dormitory space. And now see, it slopes down. Well, that was grade level. And that other thing went down farther. And here's down a little farther. And now here's a little farther. But the grade is too steep for handicapped people. Because they don't like. This is 606. 606. Knox Hall's address is 606 122nd Street. It is, and it says right here, Columbia University, Knox Hall. And there's a little button to push. Something was there, I don't know. Well, there you go. Yeah, isn't it fantastic? And look at this. They have portable power. Doing some heinous experiments in here. Look at this. Heinous shit goes right into the fucking building. Oh, it's ghastly what they're doing in here. This is running. Yeah. Columbia University, facilities and operation. Temporary equipment for Knox Hall air conditioning restoration. Yeah, I don't know what they're doing in there. Diabolical experimentation. I think so. Yeah, they got bodies in there on ice or something. And here's a little camera keeping an eye. Hello, Columbia. Hi, Columbia. I love you. I do love you for all that you've done for me. Thank you. You see how friendly I am? Yeah, I'm a friendly guy. It makes them crazy. Oh, fire door. Oh my God. A fire door for people who can walk. For if you can walk, you have to walk. Yeah, there's no safe way to get out of there for anyone. And look at this giant thing. This is brand new. Fire pump test connection for pumping in poisonous gases and stuff. Yeah, look at this. This is new. See how I say they're bad here? It's vibrating here, like so much power is going surging in here, and whatever they're doing, I don't know what they're doing. It's diabolical. Here it is, right here. Here it is, the conservatory entrance. Yes, I told you. I told you what it was. Manhattan School of Music. See, there it is. Manhattan School of Music. The Music Conservatory. Yes. Oh, see how wonderful it is? And right here's a little sign, too. Well, they don't like handicapped people. Because there's no handicapped way to get in here. There isn't. No, that's supposedly why they built the tower. Hastings Hall of Union Theological Seminary. Hastings Hall. Hastings Hall. So it stops from Knox to Hastings. So here's Hastings. Well, Hastings is here. This is for Knox. Emergency exit only. Please use doors in center of building on the inside. So this is Knox Hall stairwell. And here's where Hastings begins. Right here in this crack. So this is Hastings Hall. See how well they maintain it? This is real grout. It's real grout. It's real grout. Yeah, they put a lot of work to maintain the grouting. You know how, that's why there's no ivy on it. Because ivy destroys grout. That's why I call it JJ Janitor and Sister Ivy. Yes, and here's the Jewish place. It's catty corner. Of course, because it's cattywampus. Because it's Jewish. It's got to be different. That's the main entrance. Right here. This is very Jewish. This is very Jewish. It screams. This screams Jewish to me. I've been in there. I had to go in here and register for classes and been in here many times. Yeah, that's very Jewish. And that's the Jewish tower with the light on top because it's so tall that the planes might crash into it. And that's really tall over there because of LaGuardia, the private jet port for the Berlin exclave, the borough of Lichtenfeld exclave. The little borough is have an exclave where the Stasi Museum is. And here's where you speed out on the train tracks, and there's 4 here. So there's 4. There's 4 down the middle. Well, look at how big this is. This is huge. And 4, well, 4 tracks fit in just this much space. 4 from there to there are 4 tracks. And the next station is Harlem 125th. Well, this is 4 tracks. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. Confined to this little bunker. This little space. It's 4. My God, you could have 4 more over here. You could have 12 tracks of cars under here. 12 train tracks. 4 here. You could have 4 tracks here. and 4 tracks over there, because this is the main place where they took all, there goes a rat. A rat just went behind there. My friend's the rat. The rat. Yeah. You've never seen the movie they have about the rats? Yeah, they have movies here for everything. It's very illusory. Illusory? Yeah. Illusory. Yes. And here's the Jewish building. Right there. That's the center of it. There it is. Right there. 2 times. 2 times. Oh, there it is. There it is. They were in an upper chamber. Bum, 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 bum. When the Holy Ghost descended as promised by the Lord. And then they have that to live in, to be safe here and secure, the Jewish people. Yes, I know all about it. And this is right here where the train comes out. Right there. Right there. That's where the trains come out. Yeah, they do. So this was all dug out in a big trench. All this land. They dug all this out and planed it down smooth at some point in time. Just like David Attenborough was hinting they did this at the bottom of the ocean, but I don't think so. They did it. Yeah, and there's the Teamsters that I spoke about. That Teamsters in their garbage collection that have that press thing I posted. Yeah, that's them. The evil Teamsters people. The Teamsters murdered Jimmy Hoffa. They did murder Jimmy Hoffa. The union people, bosses murdered Jimmy Hoffa. Yes, of course. And here's a little entrance right here. See this? Another little entrance. Yeah, all kinds of secret places. It's very secret. I'm going to step right out. Right now. Stepping out. Stepping out. Oh, gosh. This is 3078 Broadway. 30. Community Impact Adult Education Center. So this is where you have to go to get re-education and brainwashed. Re-education. Community re-education, where they torture people. Yes. Yes. Well, this is why this can't be a holy place. Maybe we tear this all down and really open this up and make it very beautiful here. A garden and stuff. Yeah, I think so. Well, this is wonderful. Look at that. Isn't that great? Well, they have no lights on the top of that one. Well, why is there a red light at the top of the Jewish tower? And, yeah, I don't understand these things. Because I'm not in the know on their torture here and how they kill people and do heinous experimentations. But all these students are graduate students, and Hillary Clinton is really popular here. They love her. She has her own little private institutes and stuff. Yeah, look at all this. 3072. 3070. Columbia Cleaners. I used to go in there in a barber shop. 3066. Yeah. Well, that is 30. Oh my God, the building's warning me. The sirens here? Hear that? Yeah. Because I can buy. Because I'm all melded in with the digitalization in. And I used to shop right here myself. I would come right out those doors. Those all brand new. They did it for me. For me. Those new doors and entrance. Yeah, that's where you go in. So Hastings Hall is this entrance plus this part. And that is Burke Library. And that up the top is a reading room. And there's stacks and stacks that go way down in the ground. All kinds of secret books that we get to keep. All the books. Yeah, look at all that. And then here's teachers. This is a teacher's building. And oh, see, it's so good. Yeah, and look at all this. Bad shit. Yeah, and these people that are heretics. All these people from India and the world all dumped in here a long time ago and think they have something. They do, but they have nothing. They're too stupid to realize what's happening to them. Here's this guy all naked. Yeah, look at that. Isn't that disgusting? They're so slovenly. Slovenly dressed. Look at this. There's nothing down here. They don't even use all this space. They don't. Because I guess they did bad things in here. Torturing people and experimentation and autopsies and cutting bodies up and all kinds of bad research. Yeah, it's terrible what they did during the pandemic. That's why I moved out. Sometime between March 8th. Yeah, March 8th and by April 1st, I was out of here and stayed at 525 Riverside Drive. Yeah, they don't use this either. It's barricaded in and chains and heavy things, and because it's brutality here. To let you know one thing, we're serious about torture here. This is a whole place of torture. Well, I've already cleansed it all. Well, this is going to be the Ayatollah stop. I've already laid it all out. And look at how they did dig it all out. And bars everywhere. I don't know why there's bars everywhere. To keep people from getting out. That don't keep people from getting in. That's to keep people from getting out. Why do you need bars like that? At all. We don't have bars like that in Europe. Because this is a heinous place of torture and death and human experimentation and cutting you up while you're alive and torturing you and shooting you with drugs. Because this is what they did during the fog of COVID, which was a hoax. Not here. This Columbia University was in charge of all that. That's why I got all the vaccines. Because it was mandatory for me to maintain a student here. So I had the Pfizer one twice or 3 times, and then again, and then I had the Moderna one, and then I had it again, and well, I'm as healthy can be. All those different vaccines all mixed together, mRNA and all of that. Well, can you imagine what that did to my DNA? mRNA? RNA, not DNA. Well, that's why I'm so powerful, and it's taken a long time for all that to work out. Yeah, I didn't do it. I was required to do it to keep my good. I have excellent academic standing here. I was put out because of financial aid vice president wouldn't give me the money I'm entitled to. Well, the academic people said I was all right, but the financial aid lady wouldn't because she's evil, because she's like a spooky witch woman, and the other woman, just 2 of them. I know, it's heinous there. And look at this modern building and a cafe. Oh, it's so fantastic for all of us Deutschlanders. I know, because it's all ours. Because it's mine. It is. Isn't that fantastic? I know it sounds fantastical, but it's not. There's the M4. Manhattan 4. Route 4. This is M4, and there's another M over there, but it's bigger than 4 because it's not 1, 2, or 3. It's M5. So they confuse all the numbers, and they change them around and whatever they want just to keep me. Oh, and here's where you go vote again. Right here. Somewhere down here. Vote. I have a video about that. Go there to vote. Because they got to put this on the ground because they're so stupid they don't know how to make a map or go anywhere. So I don't know. They're really dumb here because of their incestuous inbreeding and their cursedness and all the bad shit that they've done. That's why this whole place is cursed and everybody has to get the fuck out or they're going to get shot like that kid. Well, there's going to be dead if these things around. They've all been warned. Oh, see, the wind's coming to confirm. They got an escalator in there by Schindler. Schindler's List. Schindler's List escalator. Schindler's everywhere. Schindler escalators is Schindler's List. Yeah, and they ride on them and don't even know they're riding on an escalator by Schindler of Schindler's List. Oh, how bad is that? See how dumb they are, and they got these stupid fake people in here, and he's gonna tap in because he's important and getting a good education. He's so important. He's at Columbia. It's ridiculous here. Well, I know the truth of it all. I know all the truths, and this is where you get on the bus right here. Yeah, right here. This is that M60. Well, I'm gonna go right back down at 116 where I started, so you can see. And there's a witch's broom. See the witch's broom? That looks like a witch's broom. They just walked by. It looks like a witch's broom to me. The broom of the wicked witch of the west, who's still alive and lives within me, with her red and white socks that look like the Grinches on Christmas. You see how this all works out? And here's a pretend person, a professor. Oh, a grad student. They went on strike and they want more money during COVID because they wanted more money because of the heinous shit they had to do, and they just thought they want to bargain for it. Just a stupid union thing. See why it's not an academy? It's not academia. It's not academia here. No, that's a Latin thing. They have no academia. And look at this scary thing. And look at these bars. To keep you in because of the torture they do here. You don't need bars like these to keep people out. No, that's just to keep you imprisoned in for years. All the wars here. And look at the stupid chair. They don't even give him a back to lay his back on the chair. Or they just do it to make fun of me because they know I'm coming around. Yeah, they do this. Chandler, 3010. Oh, God. It's so scary here. It should be. But they're so dumb they don't know anything. And there's some nice people. They're walking along. Well, I like these people a lot. I already like this woman and this gentleman. This woman and this gentleman. A woman and a gentleman. That's good for me. That's good for me. Yeah. Imagine all the faculty they've been having to teach all through all this madness of 6 years in a day. Well, they're very intelligent and smart people who've endured a lot more than I have. So and here's the sewer. Here's the sewer. I said here's the sewer before I even seen it. Because there's trains over here. 4 lines of trains. They dumped these people out at the terminus at Woodlawn Cemetery and all the way up the 1 and at the end of the 2 and 3 and buried them into the ground. Yeah, they're all guilty. But they participated because they got a union and they thought that would protect them. Well, they're cursing. Look at that up there. Like, what kind of experimenting things is that? Like, what is that? I don't know what it is. Beakers and tubes and cathode rays and things of torture and heinous acts. Yes, it is. Yes, here's a green light. What's a green light, man? Why is it green lighted? And here's some doors in here with a key. Yeah, and this goes, I tell you, it just goes on and on and on and on. On and on. And here's gas. Gas. For all the experiment. It's yellow. It should be. It's heinous here. What they did during COVID is, there's videos of it. There's videos of it and there's pictures. They can't get rid of them all. Because people were students here. Look at this room. Oh my God, it's a long way down. Like, what are they doing here? Well, what kind of things go on in here? These are carols for graduate students and bullshit on the board. And oh my God, look at these bars. Look at these bars. Oh my God. I tell you what, you could put chains on these with a semi-truck. I don't think you could pull them out. I don't know how they're in there. Well, I don't know, I don't know how they're in there. The building has them cinched in. The buildings are alive here. Yeah. Tank number 001 Design capacity 112,000 gallons. Working capacity 180,000 gallons. PBS number 2-61073. Product stored number 2 fuel oil. So they got number 2 fuel oil here. Tank number 03W. 20,000 gallons, 18,000 gallons. PBS number 2. 3 different tanks that was just screwed in, added after COVID. Why do they need number 2 fuel oil here? And gas. Natural gas and this thing to vent when they're filling up the number 2 oil. This is where they put the oil in. Right here. Siamese standpipe feed loop. Well, this is where because it's yellow. So they have trucks come up with very sealed things and pump number 2 fuel oil in here. And do you know how hot you can make gas chambers and burning torture things with number 2 fuel oil in a place like that? Well, it's really vibrating here. Maybe this is where the fusion reactor is. I don't think it's in Grand Central Terminal. It's at Columbia University, of course. And they got an American flag up there. An American flag. Isn't that nice? Whatever the fucking some blue flag. I tell you what, it's ridiculous here. And see those bright lights down there? Right down there, that blue branch. That's the Ayatollah station. The new Ayatollah. There's a Khomeini and Khomeini. It's just going to be the Ayatollah station. Yes, and this is like an observatory. I've been in there. I have been in there. I had one professor who was a guardian of mine all through this. Yes, I did. A right reverend guardian. Yes, a right reverend. A right reverend of the Anglican faith. A right reverend who's Anglican. Yes, the Anglicans took care of me. The Church of England. Yes, Anglicans meaning the Church of England. He took care of me. Kept me busy. I was his personal assistant and arranged all the things he needed and helped him very much. And then it came a time he couldn't talk to me anymore. That's okay with me. Well, I'll see him again someday. And his wife was in the Italian department. Yes. Oh, very sophisticated people. I tell you, I've only had the best here. And there's always been somebody to look out for me. One man, that's good enough. I met his wife once. Did I meet his children? I don't think I did. And here we go. Down under. Because there's 4 tracks lower than this. And there's the place. Well, I'm no walk over there because the last time I went in and they threw me out because they hate me here. This is where from the river to the sea, Palestine all the way and bullshit. All these radicalized students who think that they're doing something important. Here's the one train, 2 and 3 express. And then there's other tracks below this floor. There are. Yes, of course there are. Because they're so dumb here that they have to know how to get out. On the Select 60 bus, which you can't even find anymore. No, I don't know. And here's something new. This is new. That's new there. From the MTA, Columbia, I don't know. This is all new. New. This was not here. No, I know what's here, not here. And here there's gates to shut you in so you can escape being shipped out to Woodlawn and ground up and turned into meal and feed it to people. And all kinds of disgusting stuff. Yeah, it's disgusting what they did here. Oh, Title V complaint. Yeah, wow. MTA, New York City Transit, opened 1904, rehabilitated 2004. 100 years. George E. Pataki, governor. Peter S. Calicow, chairman MTA. Lawrence G. Reuter, president MTA, New York City Transit. Metropolitan Transit Authority, designed by New York Transit CPM Stations Program Construction by Sitnalta Construction Corp. And here's this. I don't know, what is that new things and what is that for? What is that? This is new. This was something else was here. They just ripped it from the floor. I don't know. And this stupid thing. Well, you don't need to know this. This you don't need to know. This is new too and bolted down and cameras everywhere. And, well, New York City residents, you may be eligible to receive a 50% discount on your subway. I had a 50% discount that I ordered in the summer of 2019 and sent my picture in and everything. I did. Well, now I ride for free. Because they arrested me for no reason, so now I ride for free and they can't do it again. I already had this because I'm totally and permanently disabled and did it in the summer of 2019. Yeah, New York City Council, post all the Bronx stations. Remove September 20, well, remove July 24th. Well, they're behind the program. Fair fares, law, fair, BD4, blah, 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 oh, the Omni thing, and oh, low headroom, and, well, here's 4 tracks. 4 tracks go clickety-clack, 4 tracks. 4 tracks go clickety-clack, clickety-clack. Farther below here, they don't know it. That's why all the professors here, except ones that I select carefully, who have vouched for by someone else. Because all these black people are nothing. They're dirt bags. They're dirt bags. Everybody here is a dirt bag. Because everybody here is new. All right? They better be associated with some Securitas. They better be a security service. They better be under the color if somebody's going to save their ass. They better. Well, that's it. That's the old special entry. Get special entry to carry people to their death and put them on these trains and ship them out. Yes, I know everything. No secrets from me.